Alexandra, welcome to the studio. Today you made a draw. First, a small question about the game. Were you disappointed that this was a no game finally? Did you want to have a chance with Black today?
No, I was relieved. You can never be disappointed with a fast draw with Black after you lose with White in the previous day. And especially, I didn't only lose one game, I lost 2 games yesterday, apparently, as it turned out, which is a complete nonsense, of course.
Yes, I wanted to ask you, Alexandra, about the situation, which affected the whole tournament, and you're probably the player who was affected the most by Humpy's withdrawal. So how do you feel about this now?
Yeah, the whole night. I mean, we were discussing it, and Nana also texted me because she also was very disappointed. Nana and I, 2 players who suffered the most, and of course I knew about such a rule, but I've been playing chess for more than 30 years, and never such a situation actually happened in my tournament. And this rule is so ridiculous because I don't know how it's supposed to be, but when you win a game, it's like your property. You suffered through it, you fought. You prepared. It's like 10 hours of your life you dedicated to your game. And okay, the result can be different, of course, but you won it. And then somebody said, oh, it's not yours anymore. I don't know what is the way. I know it's a tricky situation, and it's very hard to find the ideal solution. But probably some players should be getting more or less. But I think there should not be a situation where you just taken away your point or half a point or whatever. And I was very, very disappointed. And just before, the game, I realized that actually I was lucky. Imagine if both Koneru and Haruka withdrew. Then, I would finish the game with +1, being on +1, and I would start the next round being on -1. This is a ridiculous situation. I don't know, it's definitely a question. Of course, the rules are the rules. You cannot change them throughout the tournament, but it just shows how ridiculous these rules are, and probably they should be reconsidered. And actually, I also learned, I didn't prepare today. I was lucky that my opponent picked this opening. But I learned that the same situation happened in St. Louis last year when Carson withdrew. Okay, only after 3 rounds he withdrew, and but nevertheless he already won against Jan Nepomniachtchi, and Jan Nepomniachtchi, benefited a lot from this situation because he kind of almost got a point. Okay, I lost a point, and Nana lost a point, and that's it's not only about points, but about, as I said, the fact that we spent so much time preparing and playing, and the other players, they're just getting a free extra day. And for me right now, playing the 3rd tournament in a row, I'm running on energy so much, and then points just getting, stolen from me. That's completely, it just feels unfair. Okay, I know there is a 10th prize that is left. Probably it should be distributed between the players who actually played this game. Somehow, 4 players did play this game, and they did spend their time. So yeah, I don't know. Again, it's a very unfortunate situation. Of course, health comes on the first place. We know that, we don't discuss it, but what I try to make a point that it just feels very unfair. You finish the game. If you finish, already very hard game, right? I lost yesterday. You finish, your situation is +1 and everything seems to be okay, but then you suddenly realize that you are on 50%. Yeah.
Thank you, Alexandra, and I really hope that FIDE will take this situation into consideration, and this will set up a precedent, and maybe a few things will be changed in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Alexandra. Competitor indeed, as she's really feeling the withdrawal and what it means. As we're